is going to be a little bit different. It's not makeup related or like funny or anything. Oh, it's kind of funny. Basically, I'm becoming a Storytime channel now instead of a makeup channel because, oh my god, the weirdest thing happened a few days ago. My legs are still like tired from it. I'm only making this video because weird things don't ever happen to me. I'm like the opposite of that. Everything's pretty mundane. Everything's pretty normal in my life to an extent, but nothing like surreal or like strange happens in my life. So for this to happen, it was kind of like, I don't know, I was very anxious for the rest of the night. So basically, the other night, me and my best friend Brittany, who you might have seen in a few videos back, we decided to go for a walk around her house and to this park by her house where it's basically like a path, there's like a tree house. So we walked all the way to this tree house and we were just hanging out, and up the path a little bit, we started hearing like this woman yelling. And so we were kind of like crouched in the bushes, like looking through the treehouse like window, watching, and we see this man and this woman come out from like the farther up the trail. This guy's like on the phone, and this girl is just like, give me the phone, no, don't touch me, give me the phone. She's just like yelling at him, and she's like, oh my god, just give me it. And she's like, we thought they were just like a couple fighting kind of, but then they start like, I don't know, she was screaming like, don't touch me, ow, no, don't. And she was like getting like she's starting to get a little bit louder, and he was like walking towards her, and then we couldn't see them for a second, and we started thinking, oh my god, are we about to like witness an assault or like a murder? Like, I don't want to get involved. I really didn't want to get involved. I was a little bit scared. And so Brittany was like, we gotta go. So we packed all our stuff up, and by this time we start hearing sirens, and we're like, what? I mean, obviously sirens can be for a lot of things. It like, in my mind, I was like, the sirens don't correlate to us at all. Like, sirens happen all the time around where we live. So I don't know, I was still a little bit sketched out. Brittany was extremely sketched out. So we packed all our stuff, we started walking away. They kind of like disappeared up the path a little bit, we didn't hear them as much. But we were like, we don't really want to get involved. I know that sounds terrible, especially if she was being assaulted, but we didn't know the scenario, and we didn't really want to like jump in because he like could have been dangerous. I don't know, you know, protect yourself. Anyways, we started walking up the trail, and we're hearing sirens the entire time, and they're not really like going away in any kind of direction. They're kind of staying around like where we are. We can't really tell where they're coming from, if you know what I mean. And that's even like, that's sketching us out a little more, like a lot more actually. But we kept walking, and all of a sudden the sirens stop, and I'm like, okay, great, like they're off, like it's probably not a big deal anymore, whatever. So we kept walking, and all of a sudden from behind us we hear, hey, stop! And we both like whip around. There's this police officer just like running towards us, and we're so scared. We're like, what have we done? Like, did he call the cops on us? Did he call the cops on her? What's going on? Why is he running towards us? Like, it was so scary. And the cop says, did you see two people hanging out in the park? And we were like, we literally just saw like two people that way. And he was like, go, run now, like run. And we're like, okay. So we start booking up the path, and we've already walked away we've been walking for like 5-ish minutes. So we had to run all the way back to where we were. And I don't know if you can see my entire body, but I'm not fit at all. That run killed me. My legs are still so sore. And Brittany has like extremely broken knees. So, and somehow she ran faster than me. She was like booking it up the path for this police officer guy. He was right behind us. I was so scared to stop running, but we kept running. We ran all the way back there. Then I stopped because I was tired. So we ran all the way back. The people were still there, and we were like, there they are. And he ran over there. And then before we knew it, we're like watching this entire thing. Before we knew it, he just tackles her through the ground. Like takes her and grabs her and tackles her to the ground. And keep in mind, this girl is probably like 5'2", 5'3". Like, she's small. This guy was like twice her size. Like, the police officer was huge. And so I don't really, I'm no police officer, but I really don't think that you need to be tackling some like itty bitty girl. No matter what she's done, she's probably not dangerous unless she's got a weapon, but he literally like tackled her to the ground. She's screaming, she's hysterical. She is just yelling, don't touch me, ow, you're hurting me, ow, get off me, you can't do this, blah, blah, blah. she's just like going off, and it's so scary. And Brittany's like, hey, be careful, like she's yelling to them too. And all this time, like the guy that was on the phone is just like kneeling beside the police officer, like he's not doing anything. I guess like he must have called the cops on her, but it was so scary. And so we stood there, and at this point I was like, should I start like videotaping this? I don't want him to like come at me and tackle me, like I don't want him to shout at me at all. This is like some police brutality. Still, it was like very harsh. It was more aggressive than he needed to be, no matter what she could have done. Like she really didn't look dangerous. I don't know what she did, like I don't know the circumstances, but really don't think you need to be tackling her to the ground. Anyway, so we stood there, and I only got a little bit of the clip. I'll put it in here. I do Snapchat because I have no storage on my phone, but that's all I got, and I was like terrified to even get those 3 seconds, but you can hear her like shout like, don't hurt me, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like telling her like, be quiet and shut up and you have the right to remain silent, like be quiet. He's just like yelling back at her, and she's just like bawling her eyes out and so scared. I'm sure she was. But it was a little bit crazy because we really thought that like the police officer was after the guy because he looked a lot more threatening, but obviously like that was not the case apparently. So after that I kind of called Brittany. She was ahead of me, so I was like, Brittany, get over. So Brittany walked over to me, and I was like, we have to go. I want to go right now. So we started walking back up the trail, and we didn't really get far until he said like, hey guys, and he shouted at us again, and we turned around, and I was like, please don't make me stay, please don't make me be a witness, I really don't want to be involved in this at all, please just let me go home. So we turn around, and he says, hey, run to the front of the park, to like the park entrance, and grab my buddies for me, tell them to meet me here. And we were like, oh my god, more running, okay. So we started running back, and then we stopped halfway because we were tired. So we walked all the way back to the entrance of the path, and there were no police officers. It was on like a busy strip of road too, like it was a like busy road going back and forth, and there's no cops. We kind of looked around up and down the street, and no cops were there, so probably went to go meet him, hopefully. That's what I'm thinking, is that they went to go meet him at the other side of the entrance. But yeah, so we went home after that. And yeah. Oh yeah, also on the way back to meet with the other police officers that we thought were there, this woman, there's like some houses on this path, like it's in a marsh, but there's some houses around there. We were walking back, and this lady like all of a sudden just shouts, hey, stop, get over here. And we're like, oh my god, like, what did we do now? Like, stop, leave us alone. What have we done? Like, we have done nothing wrong. And she's just like screaming, get over here. And we're like, we can't even see this lady. How can she see us? Like, is she yelling at us? We're kind of like ducked behind this bush. And then turns out she was yelling probably for a dog, because she kept saying like, Winston, Winston, or something like that. I think she was yelling for a dog, but it was so scary. And I was already like having some anxiety from this whole ordeal, and then she's got to yell at us, but not really at us, at her dog. But it really didn't help that she was like screaming her head off. So yeah, that was my little run-in with the cops, kind of. Neither of us got in trouble, like we just went home after we didn't see any police officers, but I don't really know what happened to that girl. I meant to watch the news, but didn't. Sorry this video was a little bit short. I know the story time isn't like the craziest thing in the world or the longest in the world, but I kind of wanted to tell it because it was a little bit funny, and it was just different from my everyday average life, if you will. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. I hope you like my hair. Don't worry, it's not real, but it is really nice. I really quite like it. I did a little kind of unboxing / review on my Snapchat, which is Hunter Deary if you want to follow it. So yeah, that's kind of it for this video. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you like any of my other videos, make sure to subscribe to me. Don't count on more story times. This is kind of like a once in a lifetime / like probably won't happen again, or at least for a long time, because nothing ever happens to me. But the next video, I promise, will be some form of entertainment for you, whether it be makeup or whatever. I promise it'll be good, it just won't be story time. I will not be a story time channel. Alright, I will see you all hopefully next week with a new video, and I hope you all have a good day or night wherever you are. And yeah, alright, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!